In this segment, we'll discuss a concept known as the power structure analysis. The purpose of a power structure analysis is to identify the nature of the relationships between the different power brokers within your community. As you're out there getting to know different leaders, getting to know different resources, you're going to begin to notice different dynamics within your community. This tool helps identify what those dynamics are. In understanding the different interests and relationships between different power brokers in your community, you can begin to identify different ways you can exploit those relationships and those interests to advance your cause. This can help to identify a power broker's pressure points when you're trying to extract a commitment from them. For example, let's say you're talking to an elected official. If you know that elected official is receiving campaign contributions from a local business, then you can exploit that relationship if you have that business as part of your grassroots campaign in order to get that elected official to vote the way you want them to vote. The final thing that you need to know about the power structure analysis is a concept known as the flowchart of authority. The flowchart authority identifies the relationships between the different power brokers in your community. So, going back to our elected official example, if you have an elected official, they are one leader, you give them a dot on your flowchart of authority. And then if there's a local business that you know of and that you have a relationship with, you give them another dot. Now, if you know that that business and that elected official have a relationship with one another, then you create a line, you draw a line from one dot to the next dot. Now, let's say after you've done some digging around, after you've done some IRBing within that community, you identify that that business is paying campaign contributions to an elected official. Then you will put a little bubble over here, identifying what type of relationship that business has with the elected official. Now, as you go about your campaign, or as you go about your activism work, you're going to want to constantly update your flowchart of authority. The reason why you do this is because in many communities, the flow of power can get pretty complicated. You're not always going to remember how everyone's related to everyone else. So maintain your flowchart of authority, and this will help you when you're trying to identify a strategy and trying to identify tactics in winning your campaign's cause. Congratulations, you have now completed the Introductory Community Activism course through the Activism Academy. Thank you for taking the time to learn the basic tools to make you a more successful activist.